Monogam-ish contains content intended for mature audiences. The views expressed here are for entertainment purposes only. Please enjoy the show.
Hi, Ishes! Welcome to Monogam-ish.
Oh, yeah. You are.
Justina.
And I am Kenji.
And we're Monogam-ish.
Yes. Today, we have the most amazing couple.
I know. We met him just a couple of weeks ago.
I know.
And we were just talking right before the episode started. We don't know how paths haven't crossed before.
I know.
The ranch is a big place, though.
Yeah.
It's a big place. And you can end up hanging out in an area and time passes pretty quick. And
well, you tend to hang with the same people that you've been with.
right. Exactly. Kind of gets a little cliquish.
Or just together, which is a lot what we do. Like
Right.
we can just sit together all night. And it's
Exactly. So today, we have
I'm
Please introduce
Lea.
yourself.
Lea,
I'm Rich.
Rich,
Yes.
Rich and Lea.
Yes.
Welcome.
And welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate being here.
So we met you guys originally, just like we said, at the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
But let's start from the beginning. Where are you guys from?
Originally from Alabama.
Okay.
But
You
we have
didn't
no
want me to
accent.
say that.
No accent at
We
all.
want you
No
to say
accent.
it. Where are you from?
Alabama.
You're from. There you go.
Yeah, I'm
I
glad
love
we've
it.
shed the accent. But the Bahamas for 10, 11 years. We still have a house in the Bahamas, but we haven't been down there very much. After we discovered Colorado, we could not go back.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
awesome. Such a change.
I know.
The Bahamas to
we
Colorado.
always came out here for years just to go skiing, so in the winter.
Okay.
And then we decided in, I guess, 2018, we're like, let's go see it in the summertime. And we never left.
It is completely different,
Never
right?
left.
Yeah.
So completely different. You get like two completely different worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely have seasons here.
Oh, gosh.
Beautiful ones. And
Yes.
we were RVers as well.
Oh, nice.
So we were trying to find a space for the RV, right?
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't really find anything in the Denver, Littleton area. There's nothing. And
There's
we
a
traveled
shortage
from
of RV space.
yeah, because at the
Yes.
time we did not have a house in Alabama. We only lived in the Bahamas, and so when we were come back to visit family, we'd stay in the RV. It's not an RV; it's a motorhome. Let's just call it what it is.
Love it. Love it.
We'd hook the Jeep up, just take off, and then
Mhm.
we're like, "Hey, let's go to Colorado. We've never been there in the summer." And we found this place up close to where our house is, called Mountain Air Ranch.
Oh.
Totally nudist.
Oh.
Really?
It's a little.
Yeah, and it's only like 15 minutes from here.
Really?
well, not from here, from our
Well,
house.
yeah,
From your
yeah.
place.
That's from our place.
Yeah, from my
The
house.
mountain road
15.
because it's super curvy.
It's still not, what, 45, 55
40
minutes
minutes, yeah.
from here?
I don't know how we don't know about this place.
Right?
Mountain Air Ranch.
Mountain Air
Now
Ranch.
there's some people who live there,
Okay.
Permanent.
permanent. Yeah, but there's like
And
little
RVs.
cabins you can rent, or you can take an RV, or you can take like a bus, or
And then they got a
whatever you want.
community hot tub and pool,
Which
and
are
it's
all-
all clothing optional.
Oh.
no, the pool and the hot tub you have to be naked. No,
Oh.
it's not a sex place. It is a nudist
Nudist.
colony.
They consider themselves family nudists.
You'll
Oh,
see kids
nice.
running around there, whatever.
Yeah.
So we put our RV there, and we just stayed there, and we looked for a house around that area.
Got
That's
it.
pretty much what we did once we
Got it.
decided to stay.
Got it.
So let's back up real quick. How long have you guys been? You're married, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you been married?
Can you guys do math?
Of course.
I cannot do math.
No.
We got
Good,
married.
I can tell you, we've been
can't
married
either, right?
Yeah,
Right, I
40
don't do math.
years, and she won't argue
We
with
got
me.
married in 2008.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's not bad.
What's that?
13 years?
13 years this
Mhm.
September, roughly.
Nice.
We have been together since 2004.
Okay.
So we were
okay.
together 4 years before we got married.
Cool.
We
17
met
years.
in Denver,
Really?
and we're both from Alabama.
Wow.
Actually, there's a bar like 2 blocks away from here that I'm thinking that's the bar we met in.
We played
So-
pool.
We play pool.
Really?
Yeah. So my dad knew his dad. They're all in the same business, and I had moved from where I lived in Alabama, and my dad had big dreams of me taking over his business.
Okay.
So I worked with him for a few months, and then there was this big conference. That's when people were still having conferences.
Mm-hmm.
My dad is an ex-Marine, and he's a Marine. And so we took a bunch of Marines out because our business is military stuff.
Okay.
And I actually think that was one of the first nights I really drank, because I didn't drink before then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you should have drank a little less.
I was doing tequila shots with our friends, and my dad called him, and he's like, "Hey, come over and play pool with us." And my dad told me, he's like, "He's not coming." Well, he showed up.
Was
Well,
your dad trying to set you guys up?
my dad is a drunk also, so
Oh.
who knows what my dad was
No,
trying
he likes
to
a few
do.
drinks. He's not an alcoholic.
My dad is 100%.
He
I
just like-
love him.
He's a great guy.
He's
just
a
likes to have
great
fun.
man.
He
Oh,
just likes to have fun.
he is the
he produces
most
great
fun.
wives.
No,
I'll say
yeah,
that.
yeah, right? Yeah, yeah.
You want to know what the running joke in the family is? I was like, you only married me because my dad is married.
I told her she'd grow a mustache. It'd be on forever.
Do you and her dad get along?
They're
Yeah, we're
super close.
buddies. Yeah.
That is so cool.
It really is, but we've got
God.
an obvious age gap. And when we first got together, we were kind of hiding,
We
staying
hid it.
incognito
Uh-huh.
to a great degree. And
We're-
she told him. I think she decided to break it to him, and said, we're seeing each other in a romantic way.
Well, I was
She-
living with my
she
dad,
was
and you were
like-
dropping me off before work.
4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah,
Yeah.
he knew that we weren't watching cartoons. That's true.
He's not a stupid man.
No, he's not.
So
If
what's
you-
the age gap?
2 years.
I don't
No,
even.
I was
I
just
was-
kidding.
I keep hitting my microphone. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What's our age gap?
23 years.
I didn't
Oh.
even know.
Is it?
Oh,
Oh,
that's not
Yeah.
you
bad.
definitely don't even look like that.
No.
Definitely not. Oh no.
Does that mean you look older? I look young.
That's my question.
No. It means you both look fucking amazing.
Together.
Alan?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
we
Hell
feel
yeah.
we feel amazing.
Hell yeah.
I feel 80. Let's be honest.
Why?
You know, children, life, women,
No.
the shoulder of a lot of stuff.
The burden.
But
Well,
you guys don't
you
live
know-
like that. You travel quite a bit. It sounds like you have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've done a lot of traveling over the years.
Yeah,
we've
but you-
stayed put in the last few years.
Last few years,
more
yeah, we
than
stayed put. We grew up in obviously Southern religion.
Oh my God. Both of you.
Both of us, different religions, but
Okay.
it's still in the South. It's basically the
they
same
were
thing.
similar though.
Very similar.
So what were you?
And I was Southern
Old
Baptist.
old time
old
Southern
time
Baptist,
backwoods.
like handling
Oh.
snakes and things like that.
No, we did not handle snakes,
Okay.
but he always makes
I
the
give her a
joke.
hard
That's
time
funny.
about
That's
He
funny.
always makes the joke that where I grew up, you pipe sunshine in. It's so backwoods, and it really is.
Oh my God.
It
That is
was-
hilarious.
You pipe
Really
sunshine.
Now he
backwoods.
grew up in the city.
Okay.
it. University
Yeah,
of
it is.
Alabama City.
He was a farmer, so that's what they
In
did.
the
They
city?
farm. Well, I call it the city. I call it the city because compared to me,
Yeah.
that's the city.
Really?
I lived there. I don't even know how many years, and I still never figured out the layout.
So
Where
you're
were we?
Southern Baptist.
I'm Southern Baptist, and what I grew up in was no sex talk, like whatsoever. My sex talk was don't do it. My talk on my junior prom was put an aspirin between your knees
Really?
and don't let it hit the floor.
It works.
No, it did not. I was pregnant at 17.
Oh, well.
No way.
Every fool
Um,
program has
I
a
was
problem.
the black sheep of the family.
Uh,
We won't even, because you guys are not my therapist. I'm seeing a therapist for all this
You know
stuff.
what? Let it
It's
out.
totally good. But also, sex was taught to us, or me specifically, because in how I grew up, boys could have sex and it was fine because you didn't have consequences because you weren't the girl, you weren't getting pregnant, you could do whatever you wanted. I don't know how that was for you because you also grew up 23 years before me, so you come of age a little bit differently than what I did.
Different in history, yeah.
Different in history. But for me, it was you don't talk about sex. You don't have sex. Sex is for procreation.
Even the word
That
was
is it.
evil, wasn't it?
And I knew from an early age I did not want to have children. I did not want to be a mother. I did not want to have sex. I mean, I did want to have sex,
Mhm.
obviously. I did not want to have children. I was not going to be one of those people who raised anybody else's children.
Got it.
Right.
Children
Got it.
was not on my high list.
Mm-hmm.
When I found out I was pregnant, I had signed up to be in the military. Like
Oh,
that
wow.
was my goal. Like they had come to my house, my mama had signed off.
Marine.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Following in Daddy's
Yep,
footsteps.
following the
Even though my
footsteps.
daddy wasn't in my life at the time, but yes.
Oh,
That's what I
wow.
wanted to do because I'm a small person. I wanted to do medical
Big thing.
stuff.
Mhm.
I wanted to do
Big
big
things.
things.
Right.
But life had other plans.
So you got
Oh,
pregnant.
God,
I
doesn't
got
it though?
Pregnant. And I was 17 and I decided I'm going to show my mama that I plan, because abortion was not a thing.
Oh, no, hell
Right.
no. Not in Alabama.
No.
Hell no.
So
Smoke a joint before you get an
no, you
abortion.
couldn't even.
Right?
They'll put you under the
And
jail
you'll
for a
never
joint.
smoke
They'll
a
put you
joint now.
under the jail for an abortion, especially in my family. Oh God, there's so much I could tell you, but I'm not going to tell you because that's like way therapy stuff that my therapist.
Drink, please, bartender.
No, I have a drink, but I'm just not going to go because it's a downer. It's a bad downer. We're not doing that.
We don't want you to do that.
No, we're not. My headspace is not going to go there.
No, hell no.
Anyway, long story short, I kept the pregnancy. I got married to the man. Neither one of us wanted to get married.
But because of where you were,
Where
and
we
at
were,
the
we
time,
had
you
to.
had to.
So I had this baby, but let me tell you, this pregnancy, and I am a believer of God. So let me just say that. I believe at that time in my life, I needed this pregnancy because otherwise I would not have survived that time in my life.
Hey, you wouldn't be where you were without her.
Right.
Exactly.
Your daughter.
Child.
You know what?
Yeah.
I tell her the same exact thing about my sons. If it wasn't for them, I tell them
It
all
would've
the
been
time.
totally
I tell
different.
them, dude, you guys are here because of me, but I'm here because of you.
Yeah.
Bad things are sometimes stepping stones.
Yes.
It is.
And it's not a bad thing though.
No.
You just have to
I
flip
mean, it
your
was
mindset.
bad at the
What
time.
what is
but
perceived
Yeah.
as a bad thing at
Yeah.
the time is
But-
often the biggest blessing you ever get.
Right.
I know.
But still,
God.
abstinence doesn't work. And preaching that,
no.
enforcing something that's so natural, like sex shouldn't be taboo. It's the very reason all of us are here.
Well, and see, and that's whenever I was raising my daughter, I said, I told myself, I'm not going to raise her the same way I was raised. I'm going to raise her, if she has a question, I will answer it. And she has asked me some
You've done that.
Questions.
questions, especially because I was picking her up for her dad's one day and I was coming back to Allen's and it was like a 2-hour drive. So we always had this bonding time when I picked her up and I'm like, oh,
That's so special.
how has this happened? This, whatever. And I remember texting Alan and saying, okay, we're pulling over on the side of the road. What was she? She was maybe 9-10 years old. And she had heard these girls talking on the bus and they said, well, they were talking about blowjobs. And she asked me, she said, Mama, what's a blowjob? She said, I heard the girls talking on the bus. So I remember texting Alan, we're going to be late because I'm not talking about this
Have
driving.
a deep conversation.
We're pulling over.
Right.
2-hour long drive. So I pulled over and I told her, because the whole thing was like, do I lie to her because she's so young? But she's heard it and she's going to hear this. She's going to keep hearing it.
Right.
And so I told her. And then I pulled a southern thing. And I told her, I said, you kiss your mama with those lips.
Oh my God. Uh-huh.
You know what my daughter does for a living today?
Oh my God.
Exotic dancer.
Oh, stop it.
She is the most sexual person you will ever meet.
I love it.
And I'm just like, baby,
But she
do
owned it.
you? Like,
Yeah,
whatever.
she
If
earned
she's
it.
happy.
And she makes some good money.
I believe she makes fucking incredible money.
I mean, even in Alabama.
Oh, does
Like-
she still live there?
Yeah, I cannot get her dumbass to move out here.
We're working on it.
She's 22, and I'm like, baby, she's about to be 23, and I'm like, baby, move out here. This is where you need to be. You smoke a shit ton of pot.
oh my God.
This
Oh
is
my
where
God.
you need to
dude.
be.
You tell her this is the happening spot. So, they just released the top 10 cities in America where, if you're going to live, this is where you should live. Denver is number 3 on the list, okay, for nightlife,
Yeah.
what there is to do as far as restaurants, excitement,
Recreation.
recreational,
See, my daughter, she comes out and visits us a couple times a year, and she stays stoned the entire time. Like, she can well, because she loves it. Everybody that visits here, that's the first thing they want to do.
Oh my God. And you know what?
And I'm like, you can't do that. Like, you gotta branch out.
What's really funny is so where everybody else is from, their weed really isn't as good as Colorado's, okay?
No.
And she knows my nickname is the fucking weed fairy because I usually float around with like a pocket full of joints, like 30 fucking joints, and we just smoke, and oh my God, dude! Like I have definitely put some people at the ranch. They've stopped smoking because of me.
Because of you.
They're
Yeah.
like,
Well,
dude.
I'm going to tell you, she came out in July for her birthday last year, and so we took her horseback riding, and we took her hiking, and I have a VW van, 1969 VW van. I'm like, we're riding this van, like we're going to do all these cool things, and this week you're here. She did dabs the entire time. She talked him into doing a dab. And
Oh
I
my
was
God,
like,
game
I don't
over.
I was like,
remember anything
game
about
I
it.
told him, I was
How?
like, you know what else he did? He did a dab. And what I like to do is like the liquid, the tincture. I don't know what you call it. Like you mix it in your drink or whatever.
Nice, yeah.
That's what I like to do.
It kicked my ass.
He did the dab, and I looked at Kay, and I was like, holy shit, he's fucked up.
Yes.
And because Kayla was doing like these little dainty, she's 100 pounds,
Right.
5'4",
Oh my
tiny
God.
little bitty thing. And I'm like, he did this dab, like, because it's stuck to the end of the dab thing. And I'm like,
you
I'm
just
like,
got to
oh,
keep
shit. I
smoking
was
when
like-
that shit happens.
I was like, no, I was like, he's fucked
I
up. And
walked
then,
around the house
and-
babbling.
no,
for
and then
days.
he went in
Days.
and he did 10 milligrams of my drink.
Oh my God,
Oh.
you doubled
And
up.
He doubled
I
up.
love it.
Plus, we were drinking, and I was like, so
Alan, I
cross-faded.
fucking love it.
I will never do that again.
He won't
I
do it again.
swear.
But I told
know,
Michaela,
yeah.
I was like, oh, I said her name. You may have to exit
We
that
will.
out.
Don't you worry.
She doesn't give a shit. I'm not going to tell her about this. Like,
Why
whatever.
not? Tell her.
I actually probably will tell her
You
about
should,
this.
because you know what?
Yeah.
Like
I've
we
seen
have.
her. I've got a video from her pissing in a PVC pot because country girls.
You know,
And
Hey.
she's like, hey, Mom, check this out.
you would not believe the people that we talk to, and they're just like from around the country, you know, and it's like, oh, just a little, you know, somebody from Minnesota, and they've hipped everybody, all their friends to it, or somebody from, you know, South Carolina, and they've hipped their friends to it, and it's so different. So, you know, especially the down south, you know, states, I would love to get some more fucking people from down
Well,
there.
you know what? I'm pretty open with my daughter. Not so open with my sex life. She's very open with me because she's, you know, your daughter. She comes to you.
Right.
You have sons. I think mom owes boys. I think that's a real thing.
Well, and you've proven to her that you're going to be objective. And
I'm going to be
listen.
objective, but also
and
like
not
there's
judge her initially.
nothing she can do that will
Yeah.
ever make me not love her. So she tells me everything, even things where I'm like, baby, this is a conversation for your friends
I
and
don't
not
really
for
need to
your
know.
mother. Like, I don't
But
need
that's
to know
good.
this.
Yeah.
But
she feels comfortable with
but
you.
she does, and she's. I think also because I was so young whenever I had her, and she was also my saving grace. So, Kay, if you're listening, my saving grace, girl. Okay, I'm gonna tell her about it.
So you guys, how old was she when you guys got married?
5.
Let's see. She was born in '98, and we got married in 2008.
2008?
So she was 10.
10.
Yeah,
I can
but
do
we-
that math.
I was right there with you.
Like
Girl,
that
I was right there
easy-
with you. I was
that
like,
simple math.
8. Oh, yeah, that's
We
it.
got
Simple
together
math.
in like 2004.
2004 is when
Four.
we got together.
So
So
she
she
was
was
young.
young.
And so when you guys first got together, did your relationship start open?
No.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, it was hard just to get it jump started. We were both reserved people. So
I
we
cannot.
gently
I
broke into it.
cannot see you as a reserved person.
Right?
Oh, she was.
Oh,
I'm s-
my
and
God.
I'm in therapy for it now, just so you know, because I'm still kind of
She
reserved.
thought a BJ was Billy Joe.
No,
She
that
did
is
not
a
think
lie.
about it.
You are telling lies,
dying right
lies,
now.
hello lies.
I tell the truth.
I'm dying right now,
Oh, my
Rich.
gosh.
That
sorry.
is hilarious.
You
I'm
remember when
sorry.
we first got together, our sex life was
Our sex
fire.
was what?
Fire.
All of
When
it
you
was.
first got together, it still isn't?
No, it
It
still
is.
is. But when
Okay,
it, no,
well,
your sex
It
life
is.
at 24 versus your sex life at 41, it's a little bit different.
Hey, our sex life at 30 or 29 when we first got together was fucking amazing.
Right.
But our sex life at 40,
You guys are
Is.
40?
I'm about to turn 40
This
n-
month.
end of this month.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Happy birthday.
Wow.
I
Milestone.
know.
I'll send you a roll of toilet paper that my family sent me that
Oh.
said
So,
40 is shit. Is what it said.
oh my God. So you see this goddamn energy. It's because I have to put my kids to bed. And you
Yeah.
ask her, I will, oh my God, this is me all the time. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
It's hard as a woman though when your body starts changing. So what I because you can even attest what it was when you were in your young 20s
Right.
to what you are in your early 40s is a whole new thing. For him, I think it's just gotten stronger because I always knew that it was strong. He's always had a strong sex drive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Has it been stronger than yours?
not
Yes.
yes, but not mine in the early 20s. See, that's the difference. It's the
So your sex drive
flippy.
has decreased?
Decreased.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I got
But
you.
I'm
women-
working on it.
Women
No,
peak,
no,
are
no, no,
supposed
no.
to peak at 40.
And that's what I keep looking for that.
You know what? My wife has always had a high sex drive.
I have.
But I have also had that high sex drive to match it.
So it matches.
You know, so it matches.
And so we were going to go out to a club. Have you ever heard of Colette's?
Yes. Yes, we
Have
have.
you ever
Yeah.
been there?
No.
We have
Oh,
Very
not.
interesting
it's
club.
got to be on your list.
It is.
It's
It is.
got to be on your
Because
list.
we love to travel, and so when it's time and everything opens back up,
Oh,
we
New
have
Orleans
decided
is
that we're going
100%
there.
open
We're,
back
we're
up.
doing the one in Florida. We're gonna do the one in Texas.
I, we do want to see the one in Texas because it's supposed to be a lot classier than the one in New Orleans. Is hit or miss. We've had a lot of bad experiences there, but overall, the experience is amazing.
It's the only place that we've been that we like a little bit better than
Yes.
I love it.
The
Shout out
ranch
to
is
Cassidy. Oh yeah.
I'm telling ya.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you,
But
we
Colette's is-
like Colette's better.
They got the library, and they've got multiple couches in the library, and then they've got a
Oh,
big
I've heard.
screen with
I've heard.
adult
But
movies.
then they also
I've-
have the voyeur room where whoever wants to go. Like there's multiple.
Yeah, a lot
in
of
there.
people can gather around the voyeur
But we did
room,
have a bad experience
and
in
it's,
there.
it's a round bed, and it's 360 degrees.
But then there's also like other people can be off to the side, but then also you can look through a glass
yeah.
Oh, okay.
and
Mhm.
just be like voyeurs, like whatever you want to
Well,
do.
and they have no singles on Saturday night, I think.
Friday, Saturday, no,
think
yeah,
it's
it's,
just
it's probably
Saturday
just
night.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
when
right.
did you guys decide to open up your relationship then?
We just gradually grew into it. I mean, we went to St. Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Which was
topless.
topless. That was our
and-
whole goal.
And it's also nudist. If you
Yeah,
go
we
past
found the
certain
we found the
point
nudist
on the
place, of
beach.
course.
So
we
the
like
nu-
to be nude.
the Nudist is really what drew you in to the
Yeah,
I
lifestyle.
think so.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Okay.
she started going topless a few places. You know, she felt good about it. She got good vibes back about it.
Oh,
she looked
I got some.
I'm
good,
sure.
I got some
Oh,
good titties.
Oh,
looks-
I'm sure.
she looks
I'm
awesome.
sure. Oh
I
yeah,
got
I
some
know.
good titties.
I'd rather
You've
I
seen
saw it
them.
the other day.
Stay
Hell
topless.
yes.
I'd rather she stayed topless 24/7.
Me
I
too.
don't get, I don't,
Come on,
I don't
Alan,
get my
right?
wishes, but I get it occasionally, and that keeps
Mhm.
me going.
Hell yeah.
But then
Until the
we-
next time.
We did
Yeah.
that, and then we've also been to a couple places in Mexico.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Temptations and Desire.
Mhm.
Temptations
Hidden
was
Valley.
our first place.
Okay.
Hidden Valley was pretty good.
I don't remember that place.
Yeah,
So-
where you swim up to your room.
Oh yeah, I do remember that
Yeah,
place.
I knew you would.
You left your shorts there.
No more alcohol
Your
for
favorite
you. No, you've had way too much alcohol.
I know. I totally remember that.
I love it. I love it.
So you
this
eased
gradual
into it.
This gradual progression was, from, topless to nudist. So how did it go to, like the actual
Girls.
like opening up?
It's a long, convoluted story, but
I can shorten it.
basically the bottom line is she enjoys
I
watching
love
me
girls.
give pleasure to other women.
You guys have been married for several years, and you guys decide to go to Temptations.
Yeah, we had played with the idea of going to grill
Okay.
in
Pull your-
Jamaica.
Pull your mic up just a little bit. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Okay.
So Tahidu?
No, to Negril.
Oh, Negril.
Yeah. And
The grill was fun.
it seemed like it was a little bit heavy for us because we hadn't, and been along those lines, and
Had you had conversations about it before?
not really. I mean, we first mentioned it when we run across it. We'd be studying in there's a pilot's Caribbean guide that I used to keep with me all the time, and we'd fly and bounce around the Caribbean, and it would tell about each island and what sorts of hotels or resorts that it had, and that's when we found out about the grill
Okay.
and some of the other places in Jamaica. But we didn't have the courage to go there. We went to some place that had couples could go topless at a certain little beach. Nobody partook in it, and we didn't go there. So Temptations was kind of a middle ground we
Okay.
get started on, because everybody's supposed to wear bikini bottoms
Right.
and just go topless. Although we found once we got there were a lot of girls that just peel off everything and go dancing through the place.
Thank God.
Yeah, exactly, and catch all the attention. But it was a stepping stone and also a awakening that, for her to go without a top excited me. It didn't make me mad. It didn't make me jealous that somebody else was looking. It just excited me like crazy.
I know, right?
I know. It's like
same
a
thing,
burn. It makes
same
your
thing.
blood boil.
Right. So I tell her all the time, hey, just go topless, go bottomless, go all. Hey, I'm
At
all
least
for
go
it.
sheer, whatever you do.
Right?
Yeah, show me something.
I love it.
So it started just as that, and then
Yeah, and then we graduated to Desires
okay.
in Mexico.
Which is
Mhm.
a swingers place.
It's more of a swingers place, and people just went totally naked. And that was kind of a shock, but we've been indoctrinated by going to Temptations,
Right.
where most of the girls went topless as the evening went on. More and more did. And
Well, the more alcohol you get in you, or the more hot you get in you,
it is, and
Liquid
also
courage.
the more
Liquid
other
courage.
people go. I've noticed you when
won't be the
someone
first.
goes topless. If there's 2 or 3, and you're ready to peel off. But
then
if
I'm fine.
if I
I'm
want
not
you to
gonna
be
be
the
first.
first, you don't want to take any part of it.
Why not?
I tell her, I said, baby, you take their top off, and within 5 minutes, there'll be 3 more girls have their top
Well,
off.
everybody
Right.
was
I
waiting
guarantee
for
you,
that
and
first.
they always do.
Right.
If she does.
But
go
I'm not
through
going to
it.
do it at 10 o'clock in the morning when I'm hungover and just barely had breakfast. And then
I
I'm
gotcha.
like, I'm not going to be the first. Just like I listen to you guys' podcast, I binged it, and you go down to the ranch.
Mhm.
Y'all aren't going to be the first with 20 people sitting around the big,
Right. Right.
I know.
the big bed. You're not
And
going to be
can
the
I-
first to go in
Can I tell you
there.
something? We've been the first,
We have. Sometimes we will be.
and
I
If the-
have been the first.
The
but
You
it's
know.
mood
been out of the
has to be
country.
right, though. I mean, you
It
know,
does have to be right. You have to feel it.
right, and so we never try to force anything.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
So then it started progressing. Now, did you ever? Okay. You're both. You're bi.
I'm bi.
You're straight.
I'm straight.
Did you ever want to explore other men as well?
No.
So it was mostly that you were just not having the women side of
She
things.
says she's a one-dick girl.
I'm a one dick. I'm
So-
a one dick girl.
So we talk about there's like 3 different types of women in this life.
Right.
It's like one that is either into vagina, or one that's into dick,
There's way more than 3.
or
Yes, I
mostly,
agree.
but for the most part, like they fall into these 3 categories. It's dick,
but,
vagina,
but
or
you have the dick
Yeah.
whores that.
The cock
Oh my god!
horse.
No, yeah. Oh my god! I was about to say, oh my gosh, please edit that out. That sounds
No, we say it all the
horrible.
time.
We say it.
Please, I
The
don't
cock
because,
horse.
because see, I think I'm the kind of person that thinks sex work needs to be legal,
Oh, agree.
Okay.
Agree.
and if you want solely dick, then girl, have it.
I agree. I don't have
think
a problem
it's a
with
bad
cock horse.
thing.
The only issue I take up with cock horse is sometimes in the lifestyle, when that's all they're after, they forget their manners. They forget.
They negate my wife.
Yeah, and so they're
You know.
they're after Kenji, and I'm totally okay with that. But you can say hi to me. You don't have to want to fuck me, but say hi to me. Acknowledge
Right.
that we're there when you step up to
Common courtesy.
Have it.
Right.
Have a
Exactly.
conversation with her.
have a conversation with her.
Ask her if it's okay.
Because
I agree with
know,
that.
And I expect the same from the men or the women that are trying to come at me. Have
Right.
a conversation with my husband. Be okay
Right.
with
Show
saying
respect.
hello. Show
Mhm.
respect, because this is my husband. I'm not saying you're nothing, but you're not my husband. My husband
Exactly.
and our relationship is always going to go first.
Exactly, 100%.
And so if you would like to be involved in that somehow, just be respectful. That's it.
Yeah, and we have discussed that, and for us, like we've talked about like desires and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, do you want to have sex with one woman and two men? And he's like, maybe. I'm like, well, I'm not your girl, because that's not gonna happen, because I have no
But
desire.
to clarify, she's talking about 2 men, but not the men interacting.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
absolutely.
100% straight.
Straight.
I
And
don't.
I can't fathom
Rich, so
touching a man.
I am so 100% straight. I'm a lesbian.
Hey,
I tell you the same thing.
We're ugly,
here.
and, we're
We're
ugly
here.
and we stink. We're men.
No,
I
you
know.
do not
I mean,
stink,
why would
and
we
you are
want to
very
do each
handsome.
other?
And you
We got
smell better
beautiful
than I do.
creatures right
That smell like
beside us.
cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
But no, but it's the real thing because I'm like, I can, if I wanted to go out and get laid by a man, it'd be
It's very easy.
super easy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that. I
No
don't.
challenge there, is
I mean, it might be a little challenge, probably.
Not really.
It
I tell her the same
would.
thing. All she has to do is go anywhere, any part of the world, and go, hey, ready for
Open
it right
for
here.
business.
Right
Right.
here.
Yeah.
You know, and have a
Bingo.
line. And have a
You
line.
See,
formed
and
right away.
that's the thing because for me, I do not want another. But I just want dogs. Like, I don't want a man. I don't want a
We
woman.
had
I've
dog
got
in
a
the Bahamas,
vibrator.
and she's missed it ever since.
I've got a vibrator. I do not need.
a man.
Something
I do
else.
not need something else like going inside me. Like, just let me adopt a bunch of puppies, and I'm
So
totally
then
good.
this
So-
progressed.
Yeah, right. So how did this go from going, oh no, no, but now I want to see you with another.
Okay, well, it progressed
woman.
because we've done a few threesomes.
Okay.
Okay.
Because obviously, I do not want to be with another. I don't want a.
Another man.
I don't want a
Another-
dick in my pussy and a dick in my mouth. That's a shit ton of work. I've watched those pornos, and I'm like,
Be more graphic. I don't understand. what
I
you're saying.
don't want that. Like, I don't want that. I don't want it.
So you're more like dick in your pussy in your mouth.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Nothing
No
wrong
to
with that.
dick.
Yeah, punish me.
No,
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
So we've had a few threesomes in the last 2 years. We've had a few,
Right.
and I'm like, still kind of a lot of work. I mean, it's enjoyable. Do not get me wrong.
Uh-huh.
Like, I enjoy it. I love it. It's sensual and it's sexual and it's a lot of fun. And then these other girls that may be a little bit more experienced than I am are like, hey, do this trick, because this is sisterhood.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Because we love each other. I mean,
Right.
if you're a girl's girl, you love each other.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, you got good tricks. Tell me your good tricks, and I'll feed you a good meal, like whatever. We'll make this exchange. And so I've learned a lot, and then it just came about where we were talking, and this is before I started therapy, and I was like, hey, maybe we could try this. Like, just let me be on the sideline and you do whatever. But let's just, my first thing was like, let me go to therapy for this. Let me talk to my therapist about this, and let's just see how it progresses.
Did you
right?
think that there was something wrong with you
Yes.
liking this? Oh.
Really?
Yes. 'Cause
Okay,
I
so
don't
there's-
know anybody else.
Well, there's a term for it. So
I
it's,
don't know the term.
so
for
it's
it.
called Cuckquean. Now,
Cuck queen.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
Now,
I
We
mean,
looked that up.
I'll take the cuck out and I'll just do the queen part.
Yeah.
now, I don't necessarily
Wow.
like the definition of it
Yeah.
because it says a cuckquean is the wife of an adulterous husband. And in this
Oh,
case,
I don't like that.
it's not
right.
adulterous.
no,
right.
because we're in it together.
You're in
Yeah.
it together.
Right.
So-
We're in
Ethical
agreement.
non-monogamy.
And we're
Right.
open with
You know,
each other.
yes, that's
So
right.
cuckqueanery as a fetish is more you guys are open with it, you're okay with it, and you just prefer to watch.
That's
It
it.
turns you on to
Well,
see
that's
him.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So it turns you on to see him with other females.
That's it.
I love it.
So
Love
while
it.
you're watching him,
God damn it.
do you prefer to touch yourself or involve in that way, or do you guys
You
then
have
prefer to do your
participated.
thing after?
I did kind of participate because
Mhm.
the girl was like, hey, I think she kind of felt bad and she was like,
Right.
hey.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay, fine. But honestly, I would have preferred to sit on the window ledge, maybe touch myself. I told her, I was like, yeah, I touched myself some, yeah. I was like, but it was just more of
The voyeurism
the voyeurism.
and just watching
Huh.
your
That's
partner
it.
being intimate with somebody else.
And I'm going to tell you something because he drove her down to her car because our driveway is really kind of wicked. And he came back and I was sitting outside having a cigarette and I looked at him and I was like, I don't know if I'm gay because I don't know if I enjoyed watching her more or if I enjoyed watching you more.
well, you're bi.
I mean, it's mine. And
Yeah.
that was the thing. I was like, but I enjoyed it so much. We had so much sex that week,
I
Yeah.
love it.
Just
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about
Oh
it.
yeah.
just
Oh, I love
thinking
it.
about it.
We like to wore the pool table out.
We wore everything in
Okay.
the downstairs out that week. And I was like, but it's so sexual to watch. It's different than porn.
It's real life
like,
porn.
It is. And I'm not a big fan of porn. And that's kind of the crazy thing. Like,
Right.
yeah, I'll watch porn. Like, I'm like, yeah, put porn on. It's fine. Like, I don't give a shit. But it's different because I'm like, yeah, I'm watching you in action, which is sexy as hell because obviously I'm seeing it from a different vantage point. But then I'm also seeing her with you. I just, it's like a head game for myself that I'm trying to work out.
Absolutely.
So it started out to be more of a male thing. So the male version of a cucquean is a cuckold. I'm sure you've heard of that
Yes.
Yeah.
terminology.
So maybe that.
So sometimes
Maybe I should pay you what I pay my therapist.
so sometimes along with a cuckold, there comes other parts of that fetish, such as humiliation and degradation and stuff like that. Now, to each his own. And
I get
everybody
it.
has their kink. But that's not a huge thing that I'm into.
No.
Fuck
And
no.
that sounds like
No.
that's not, because you said I'm the queen. I want to keep the queen part. So you want still that respect from her and the respect from your partner of them acknowledging that you're there. You just don't necessarily need to be involved.
I don't need to participate.
Right. Okay.
I really don't.
Well, it's hard for me
And-
to argue.
I know you get the very lucky
get the
end.
best.
I'm a big
Right.
person, and I'll do whatever is necessary
Hey,
to facilitate a happy relationship.
that is so right.
That's
love
why
it.
he fed me
I
pizza
love it.
It's just the truth.
We
I mean,
never eat pizza, but
That's
he fed
so
me
sue me,
pizza
I can't
yesterday.
help
So
it.
love it.
selfless of you.
I know. I know.
I'm just a big guy. That's all I can say.
So, do you have like a problem doing it in front of her?
No, not at all.
Even like no first time, no anything. You were just like,
No,
hey,
I'm like, bring it on.
let's do this. Oh hell yeah! I hear that.
Well,
I
Yeah.
love
because,
it.
because
Yo.
the
Love it.
first times we incorporated all of
All
us.
three. Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
it's sort of like the threesome scenario. But the problem is because we were so uncomfortable and we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to even do it.
Navigate
right.
it.
Right.
Yeah, navigate it. That we both overindulge.
That's
And
an
then-
Can you really
unusual thing.
overindulge?
It's
Can
not an
Can you ever indulge?
You can.
Occasionally.
I mean, not that way, but then we talk about it the next morning, and he was like, "I don't remember doing that," and I was like, "Oh no, baby, you did it! Like she was on me, you were on her. Like we did it.
Right.
Like it
Mhm.
was a compilation of all three of us.
But to,
Love it.
to complicate the situation, I have found that in my mind's eye, when I think about her with another man, it stirs my soul.
He wants to
And-
see it.
I want
Huh.
to see it, but then it makes me angry. And I think, I'll kill
Really?
them both.
Really?
Oh shit.
No, I wouldn't do
No,
that.
he wouldn't. He wouldn't.
I'm like-
I'm not a violent person.
He's the most
But it makes you.
docile
Does it make
But
you
person.
feel both
It-
emotions
it
though?
boils my blood, and I want her to, but I'm like, no way, no how. Can't do that. I can't stand it.
So,
Huh.
so it's crazy, because when we first started exploring this, I've never been a jealous person, but I always thought, back in my head, I don't know what the fuck is going on here,
He used to piss me off because he told me jealousy was a female emotion.
It's a
No,
male. It's a
no.
100% male.
Right?
I don't know. I don't
Emotion.
think that. I don't
You
think
and
that.
I are on the same wavelength, but you missed that one.
But to see, it was weird to see her with a female, and it's like, oh man, that's like amazing.
Kind of hot.
It's amazingly hot, but in the same hand, she also likes other men, and so I want to fulfill her fantasies as well as mine, So, the other man thing was just sort of, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this until we did it, and then I was like, well, shit, how can I be mad if she's gonna do this with another woman with me?
Right.
Yeah.
I have to do another man with her if that's what she wants. I'm right there. I'm right there. Hell yeah.
Isn't it a super comfort to know that your woman would only stray with another woman?
I know.
And
I know.
that
You
just
have
I
doubles
mean,
the
and I
pleasure.
would.
God damn it.
That's it.
Rich, I told you the very first time we met, I was like, you have the best fucking gig
He did
right
say
now.
that.
You have the best gig. She is
Hey.
helping you pull other women, and look at her. Oh my God, the
I
perfect
agree
wing
with-
woman. Oh my God.
See, you know what the problem is? We don't get approached that much.
You know what? It's
Huh.
because you guys are like really, you're an attractive couple. So same
Oh,
thing with
I
us. You better stop. But
All right.
same thing with us. People don't know how to do that.
Well,
I
We're
don't know
just
how to
there.
do that.
And neither do we when it comes to, because we're more about, we always do it together,
Mhm.
okay?
That's
And
not.
so-
That's my whole goal.
And so our initial thing is with a couple. We're trying to find another couple, man, woman, okay? But the four-way connection
Doesn't
on
always work
that
out.
does not always work out.
It's hard.
So we usually try to find the third person now,
Right.
and we're
That's a
still
lot easier to find.
we're still trying to navigate that as far as how does
yeah,
that,
because how do
know?
you go up? Because we have a lot of friends in the club that they know. Well, they don't really know.
They
don't-
perceive.
They perceive that whatever, but they know that like we enjoy each other's conversations.
Mhm.
So we'll go to the ranch and we'll just sit together and drink together
Like
and
peas in a pod. We
and,
Right.
stay
and we
together.
stay
Right.
together.
We're,
Like
we're a lot like
I saw
that
you
too.
guys that day.
yeah,
I
like we
noticed that.
stay together.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of good friends that we've never played with and that we won't play with, to be honest.
Yeah,
But we like them as people.
Mhm.
we're right there with you.
Well,
But
we
we-
like them as people.
But we have what I perceive as a beautiful relationship. What I fear the most is fucking up a good relationship.
Right.
God damn it,
There's
Rich.
nothing I prize more than what we've got.
Than your wife's.
But at the same
Yeah.
time, I don't want to lose that by
But you
being
also
a
want to
nerd
experience
and burying
other
our
stuff.
head and saying we do the same old thing every day and expect a different result, which is the definition of insanity.
Insanity.
Mm-hmm.
And so
So we're trying to
it's
navigate
a
that whole
catch
thing.
22 between
It
You know-
pursuing
isn't
the
it?
future and evolving into a stronger couple or risking losing that.
It's crazy. It's letting
hard.
it's letting the wall down that you've grown accustomed to,
Mhm.
and stepping out of that boundary that
Yeah.
you've always had, and being uncomfortable in these situations.
So
That is the only way I found.
Uncomfortability is where you grow.
Yes,
right.
It is.
that's right.
So
hmm
could you see either one of you ever having a poly relationship? Could you see yourselves opening
have
up to a
researched poly
really?
a little bit. We watched a few shows. I've read a few books.
hmm
I mean, like, but I don't know anybody like personally that's in that situation.
Mhm.
You do right there. Bam.
Yeah.
You?
So Drew and Trish.
Oh,
Drew and his
I-
wife.
and I have your phone number. All right, and
Nah.
not only podcasting but poly now.
Yep. yes, please. They are the first couple that we knew that was, poly and open and really communicative, and they talk about everything.
Mhm.
And and now our best friends actually are in a poly relationship
Mhm.
where it's, a woman and she's married and has two different boyfriends.
Yep.
And I
I
love it.
don't want two different boyfriends. Different men are so much fucking work.
But would you have a different
Fuck
well, see,
that.
would you have a
Could you
different
handle
girlfriend?
two women?
That's the
Would I
question.
what?
See,
Could you handle two women?
Like your wife
Punish
and her.
me. Give me a chance.
I know, right?
Have
God
you watched
damn it,
that
huh?
show? I think it was on Amazon. Polyamory? I don't know what the fuck it's
Polyamory?
called. Was it Amazon? Was that Amazon?
I
Prime?
think it was Amazon. It was either that or Netflix.
It wasn't Hulu. I know that.
Yeah, I think it was.
Was it a
Amazon.
show or a movie?
It was a
Is
show.
it-
They only had
It
two
was a
seasons.
show. They had episodes.
So the first season was really like you're like,
Yeah, and it was
oh
called
yeah, I could
polyamory.
totally do this, right? Not with 4 people because that's a lot of damn work, but with man, woman, woman,
Mhm.
we could totally do that. The second season is where it was this man. Honestly, I thought he was an asshole. I did not like him. We watched the whole season. It was like maybe 8 episodes, 20 minutes long, whatever. But his wife was a dancer, and so she did a lot of work. Like she worked,
Mm-hmm.
early morning, early night, and then she would come home and have to make dinner. And her husband and the girlfriend were like out in the pool waiting for dinner to be served. And then she would say like, well, when I tried to have sex with my husband, the girl would be involved. But when they wanted to have sex, sometimes I was invited and sometimes I wasn't. And that's what I told him. I was like, that's my fear.
Mhm.
Because I do housework. I mean, like I work for our company, but my main thing is like housework. Like, what do we do? Like, keeping up with appointments, like
Mhm.
whatever we do. And I'm like, yeah, if you wanted to get in a steam sauna, I'm not a steam sauna person, but maybe she is. And if I'm going to be the one cleaning up after fucking everybody, no fucking thank you. No.
Right.
No.
Well,
That's just not going to work.
The fear of being replaced.
Right.
Well, not even replaced, but just being
Taking advantage of.
taken
Yeah.
advantage
Oh,
of.
gotcha,
The shit
gotcha,
that I'm not
gotcha.
going to leave because I love you so much. But the fact that, I'm going to make everybody fucking dinner because as a Southern person, that's what I do.
Right.
That's my nature. And do I want to open that up for somebody that's going to just lay around on the fucking couch while I'm cleaning the fucking house? No. So that's where my fear comes in.
Yeah, but when you look better than she does, you got to in.
I
good.
know you as a man because I've been with you for so long. You're not going to be with an ugly woman.
No, but you're far from.
I mean, no woman is ugly.
No.
No, they all have their beauty.
I'm just saying,
either personality
lazy or not lazy, I'm not putting up with fucking lazy. I'm just not going to damn do it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Except for you.
So
I'll
does your
take care of you.
I love it.
does your family, your kids, does anybody know that you guys haven't
I think my daughter
somewhat open
suspects.
relation?
No, we don't, except
I
for
think
her
my daughter suspects because, like I said, we grew up sort of as best friends. And,
Yeah.
18-year-old, and I had her, and
Well, she's a stripper, and she's honest with you and discusses
She's too
detail
fucking
with
honest.
You know
So,
what? In this new generation, so all 5 of our boys know what we do.
Mhm.
Okay, we
And
talk
they're
to them
much
about
more
that.
open
Oh,
to
you do?
about it.
And your youngest, you said 13?
13.
Mhm.
So we talked to them about it, and you know what? Because we wanted them to have more options than what we did.
Right.
You know, and it's okay if you don't want to have just one person. If you want to have multiple people, but
You got to be safe.
all
And
of
they have to
you
know about each other.
have to know about each other. Don't fucking
you can't
bullshit.
be
And
lying.
don't liar. Don't lie.
And that's
you
the
know.
thing because
Right.
my daughter is allergic to what's condoms made of? Latex.
Latex.
Oh,
So I remember
yes.
when she was first started having sex, and she called me. She was like, "Mom, something's wrong."
Uh-huh.
And this was the day when my best friend died.
Oh no.
So it was like, when shit happens,
Mhm.
right? In real life.
overwhelmed you.
I was so pissed off. I knew she was having sex. I'm not stupid. I'm her mother.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, baby, fucking figure it out. And then I called her back and I was like, I'm sorry. Go to Walgreens, get ibuprofen. Or not ibuprofen, Benadryl. It's like, get Benadryl, come home. We'll figure it out. Tonight's just been a hard night for me because my best friend died tonight.
Right.
And so I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, just come on, we'll figure it out. I'm sorry I was an asshole to you. And that's sometimes, as parents, that's what you have to say. I'm
Right.
sorry I was an asshole to you.
Right.
She knows.
It's not.
I
it's,
say that
it's
to
not,
our kids more than often.
because I'm an asshole to my kid. My kid lives halfway across the country, and she calls me for weather reports, and I'm like, "You have a phone. Sell fucking weather reports. You're 23 years old.
Plus,
You
you're a
know-
stripper, so it really doesn't matter what you're
You
gonna
dancing
wear.
in the fucking-
You fucking know how to do that." But she has to drive an hour and a half to her club, and I'm like, "You fucking know how to do this already.
That's
You've been living on
hilarious.
your own since 17. You know how to do this."
You know,
And she calls me, and I'm like, "Fuck!" And she always calls me on the days when it's
the worst.
the worst days for me, when I'm trying to like do everything else. And I'm like, "Baby, today's not the day." but
So
I
does she
love
know
ya."
you're bi?
No,
So she doesn't
she
even.
she actually might
So she didn't.
because she's smart.
So
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah,
knew when
she's
you were
sharp.
dating that.
He didn't even know when we first started dating.
No, you never.
It was-
mentioned
Did
it
you keep
for
it
the
from
first few
him?
years.
No, I
When you
didn't
were-
keep it from him, but there was a lot of information I gave him when we first started dating
Mhm.
that I thought he needed to know
She gave me what she thought I could handle.
at the time.
And you handled it
I did handle. I handled it over
and over.
There was a lot
I
of
know.
information.
Yeah.
I know. But hey, look how strong your guys' relationship is.
We
Yeah.
love each other.
I
Man, I
love
love
it.
this
do.
fucking
I
man.
love it. You
and
know
I
what?
love and respect the relationship with this woman more than words can express.
Man,
I need to make a song by that.
Rich,
Come on, John
love-
Denver.
Rich, I love it because like your guys' we just met you guys,
Mhm.
and so to find out more about you guys here is your relationship is like our relationship, and I
And-
love it. I love it. Thank
and
you
that
for
happens
coming on.
a lot with the people that
Gosh.
we interview, and that's why we want to do this. Like I said
Yeah,
before,
uh,
we love love. And so
Love
for
is
you
love.
guys to be able
Love
to
is
share
love.
your relationship and show how strong it was. And I think it's important too, because a lot of people will try to get into this lifestyle
To fix. It's like a baby.
exactly to fix something, or they'll try to jump in before they have a strong foundation with each
Yeah,
other.
you gotta
Well,
like each
and-
other
and
first.
I think what we're
right?
coming to terms with is trying to differentiate between love and lust.
because
and-
Southern
And,
culture.
and we've
Right.
come to the conclusion that sex is just sex.
It's
Yeah.
sex.
And then you have love, which may incorporate sex.
You know, you want to know the
But they're two
second.
different entities.
You know what?
Right.
From a man's perspective, though, like we're okay to separate that.
Women
We've always,
can't.
and so women can't like that. And
It's a little
so,
bit harder for us.
You know,
Harder.
You know, honestly, when we first started being in the lifestyle, I was worried about that. So most of the time, we would primarily play out of town because it was easier for me because I knew, okay, if I really like her
or him,
or him, it might be hard for me to go, okay, well, I'm not going to see you, not going to have a relationship with you. And so
because my wife loves so strong.
I do.
It's
That's
like one
it,
of those.
that's
It's like
I
an
love
all
hard.
Or, it's like an all or nothing type of thing.
It really
That's
is.
me.
And so that's sort of
I
where
may be an asshole, but I'm gonna love you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna love you through it.
Yep.
we're all attracted to assholes here.
Okay.
I mean, aren't we all?
Agreed.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
You're my favorite person in the world. That's my most favorite joke to say. That's what she said. Like a 12-year-old boy.
Well, you guys, we honestly can't thank you enough for coming on, sharing your story
really
with us.
appreciate the opportunity.
Thank
It's
you.
been a
Sharing
I
your
blast.
love.
hope y'all can piece this
Much.
together
Of
and like
course.
make
Hey,
it
great.
coherent.
Do not
event
worry about
for
it.
us.
We got this. He has this. This is the man.
He is literally my most favorite person I've met tonight because he is amazing.
I know.
Aw,
He is
and
the
That's
man.
our producer.
And he has a voice made for podcast.
Thank you very much. I knew it. See.
All right, Ishes. So,
Hey.
thanks for tuning in. You know where to find us.
Yes, Spotify.
Spotify.
Hey, iHeart.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Like and subscribe.
You know what it is. Hit that fucking thumbs up button, baby.
And we're working really hard to start getting 2 episodes out to you every week. So that is our goal for the future. So, yep. So now that COVID is over and we're vaccinated and things are looking up, things are opening up, and we're able to have more people come on the show, we'd love to get you guys 2 episodes out every week. So please get on there, hit that like, subscribe. That's what the biggest support for us can be. Grow our channel and share this love.
I know. Thank you, Ishes.
Bye.